Hello everybody and welcome to Ian's Bricks. So I'm actually in my hometown at the moment, which is a place called New Milton. Now you've probably never heard of New Milton, most people haven't. It's a small town on the edge of the New Forest near the coast, on the south coast of England. It's somewhere between Bournemouth and Southampton, and so this is where I've been living for the past, on and off 12 years now. So this is sort of home. This is the local park. The high street is just down there. And the reason I'm doing a video from home today is there is a store in New Milton. It's been here for a while. It's called the SpaceBridge store, and they used to have a very small premises just sort of up and around the corner from here, but they moved to a much bigger premises on the high street, on the main high street here in New Milton. And I've been wanting to have a look since they opened in February, but obviously quite busy, and I've been busy as well. So today's been a good day in the fact that I've got time to go into the store, have a look around. Now they do sell Lego, they do sell other things as well, so lots of retro toys and things like that. So let me show you where the actual store is in New Milton. This is New Milton High Street then, a fairly average, just a small town high street. And this is where the SpaceBridge store is. It's next to the jewellers and next to the cancer research shop. There it is, SpaceBridge. Really nice frontage on here, advertising all the different types of toys that they do inside. Let's go inside and have a look. On the front desk they had loads of Lego minifigures to choose from, all individually priced, which is good to see, and some really reasonable prices here as well, I have to say. There was a good selection both at front and back. A few gaps on here, but yeah, I mean, there was some really good stuff here. Some older Harry Potter ones there, quite a lot of CMF minifigure series hidden amongst some of these as well. And we had some other ones as well, some Simpsons ones there at the front, which sort of caught my eye. And they had a whole display of minifigures as well, all £4 each. So really, I mean, for £4 each is a really good selection of figures there, all different kind of things going on here. Lots of CMF minifigures. On the bottom level they had some Harry Potter stuff. They're all Harry Potter stuff along there, so again some good selection. And they had loads of sets as well, so they had some sealed, some that had been opened. It was all sort of clearly marked as to whether they were sealed or whether they'd been opened, and all the ones that had been opened all had checks done on them as well. These are all the open bags here, and you can see here they're all clearly labelled as to what they actually are, but they're very nicely displayed. And again, it was just sort of a case of searching through and seeing what there was. There was a variety of different sets, and all again very reasonably priced, I thought. Some of the Brickhead series here at the front, that caught my eye there. The goldfish, good price on that. Some Avengers stuff towards the back. So I think this is a great place to come and have a sort through if you're sort of looking for some older sets that you can't get hold of. This is a good place to come and have a look. So they had plenty of box sets as well, some in their boxes. Again, a mixture of sets that were sealed. There's a crocodile there, which is an interesting one. There's the Millennium Falcon, an older style one there. And again, underneath there we've got some more bags, some Ninjago stuff. Again, all individually priced and labelled up. Some Star Wars stuff towards the end there. Just had a quick sort through those. Yeah, so a real good selection there. Towards the bottom we had some other box sets as well. Again, there's all sorts of stuff here. They had the art project set, that's where you can build a spaceman. You had some Star Wars stuff, some older Technic stuff as well. I'm not quite sure how old this set is, but yeah, that's an older style Technic set. That's good to see there. Another older style Technic set towards the bottom. Some more city sets as well. Speed Champion sets in there. Some Star Wars. Just had a look at this particular set here because I wasn't sure which one it was. And again, a carbon freezing chamber, £25. Again, it's pre-owned, so it's been opened and built, but all the parts are there and have been checked. And some bigger sets towards the bottom as well. Some superhero stuff, some more Star Wars. So yeah, a real good selection of some sets down in this store. This I found as well, the power functions, you don't see that very often anymore. Angry Bird set there, we have the United States Capitol building from Architecture, a few other city sets as well. Some Star Wars towards the end. And then more sets on the bottom, some bigger sets. And you've got that classic set there which builds lots of interesting different mini builds. You've got this castle set here as well, 70404. It's sort of been put in a different box, but yeah, it's a good selection of sets here. Now, there were loads of other things on sale as well. It's not just Lego that they do, so I just thought I'd show you around the whole shop. There was some WWE Superstars, some Turtles stuff. Again, I don't know the names of a lot of these characters and a lot of these different themes. Loads of Star Wars stuff, absolutely tons of it. Again, I don't really know my Star Wars figures in this kind of genre of toys, but certainly, as you can see, a very, very good selection, and some of the prices on there as well are very, very reasonable. These caught my eye, these old McDonald's Happy Meal toys, that's interesting. Rock Lord stuff there. They had some Funko Pops here, quite a lot of those. As I say, I'm not really into Funko Pops myself, but there was a really good selection. Some more Lego at the bottom. And again, sometimes it's just a case of having a look and having a sort through. So there's some older sets towards the back. The koi fish, that caught my eye. That's an interesting set. Again, that's pre-owned. Everything's clearly marked. We had some seal sets here, some of the Year of the Ox, Year of the Rabbit. And again, very reasonable prices for those. Loads of Transformers stuff. So the guy that owns the store, that's how he first got into sort of toy collecting, really, was the Transformers. That was his thing, and he literally sold and bought Transformers stuff. That's sort of what his bread and butter was for quite some time, and it's only in more recent times that he's got into other themes. Again, some older Star Wars toys there at the top. They're very, very old. Not quite sure what a lot of these things actually are, but I think if you're a Star Wars collector, there's certainly a decent amount of sets to come and have a sort through and come and have a look. I know a lot of these figures do tend to be very, very popular. Again, some random ones as well, just sort of some loose sets, some loose figures at the bottom there. And we had probably some of the more valuable sets here, all very, very nicely displayed in this case. Again, just such a good selection of sets and characters here, all the way to the top. And as I walk around the shop, again, just having a look really at just some other themes that they have. So there's some Spawn stuff here, some Marvel stuff as well, some old TV stuff like Angel and Buffy the Vampire Slayer on the right there, Biker Mice. I think whatever theme you're into, he's got a real good selection. Again, some more Transformers stuff here. Bottom, I think we've even got some more. This made me laugh. The from Gremlins. That's a really nice thing. That's above your head as you walk in the shop. So again, some more. Another part of the store here. Some more Transformers stuff. Again, if you sort of know what you're looking for, some G.I. Joe stuff there on the right hand side. More Transformers. Back to the Future Playmobil set there, and they had loads of figures as well, absolutely loads of them. These are sort of all different sort of genres here. We had some He-Man stuff at the top. Again, I wasn't really into He-Man toys back in the day, but I do remember them being advertised. Thundercats there, I recognise those. And then we have some WWF or WWE figures here. There's Jake the Snake, I recognise him. Again, there's Hulk Hogan. So yeah, and I recognise some of these things. I'm not sort of that into naming a lot of these different characters and sets, but again, look, loads of stuff to choose from. £3 each or 4 for £10. Again, if you're into this kind of thing, have a sort through those. It's a great place to sort of pick up some bargains as well. Again, just sort of showing you a selection of some of the other sets that they have. Some more WWE figures here. assuming some of this is Ghostbusters. I'm not quite sure of all the figure names. Again, some sort of genres and themes that I'm not really sure what they are, so apologies for not knowing everything in here. Some Star Trek stuff as well, so I know a lot of people are into Star Trek, and it's very difficult to find a lot of Star Trek stuff in this country. Some more WWF stuff, WWE as they're now called. Gem, do you remember Gem? That was the toy from back in the day. Some micro machines there at the bottom. More Star Wars stuff. I'm just sort of trying to give you an idea of the overall stock in the shop. The nice Jabba the Hutt there on his plinth. Some more Star Wars stuff at the top. Yeah, high up they had some Turtle stuff as well, some more Star Wars stuff. Again, some of these sets are very, very rare. You can see obviously you've got some higher prices on some of these sets, but I would imagine these are very rare and very collectible. So again, there's a real good mix of sets available, from sort of low-end cheaper stuff to some really good high-end stuff here. More Transformers stuff. It's all very well displayed as well. I found it very easy to sort of find my way around the store and just have a look at everything, really. Obviously you can pause the video and just I'm trying to move through everything quite slowly, so you can actually look at everything and sort of take everything in. So back to the Lego minifigures. I thought I'd have a look at the Star Wars. So this is on the other side of the counter. Loads of Star Wars figures, all again individually priced, and very good prices as well, I thought. As we went along, the figures did get a little bit more expensive. I've sort of moved across slowly again so you can see them, and you get sort of a good feel of the different figures and how much each one's costs. As we move to the right again, they get a little bit more expensive here. Some £20 figures there. Again, have a pause of the video and see if you can spot any. And towards the back, we can see some really expensive ones. Now, I'm aware that some minifigures can go for very high prices, but then they are very, very rare. So, again, a very good selection of some cheaper minifigures and some more expensive ones as well. Do you recognise any of those there? Have you got any of those? I found some more Star Trek stuff as well, so if you're into Star Trek, there's quite a few sets and boxes that were all available here. I know the guy does go to the States sometimes and gets a lot of stock from there. Yeah, so some smaller Star Trek vehicles there. More Star Wars as well, of course. And some G.I. Joe, and there was also a whole selection of older games. So these are the old Sega Mega Drive or the Sega Genesis system. I used to have a Sega Mega Drive. Sonic the 2, that's a game I bought back in the day. I sold my Mega Drive a long time ago, so I've got nothing to play these on, but I certainly recognised quite a lot of these games. Again, very good prices, because I remember at the time a lot of these games were £30 or £40 to buy back in the early 90s. And Nintendo 64, you've got Sega Game Gear stuff there. And then we've got other games as well for all the different devices. Some Game Boy stuff there, some GameCube sets. Tamagotchis, do you remember those? And again, so lots of different, that's Nintendo 64 games, I think. Some more minifigures I spotted. I really had my eye on those £15 policemen. I didn't get any of those at the time, so I'm probably going to get one of those today. And they had some other older figures like the clown. Look at the clown with the red hair. They also had some Pokemon trading cards. I don't know a lot at all about Pokemon trading cards. Again, some fairly high prices on those, but I know some of them are very rare and do command a high price. But again, a really good selection of things in there. So if you're into your Pokemon trading cards, there's plenty of those to choose from as well in here. Again, I don't know a lot about trading cards. I also found some more Lego, some Lord of the Rings stuff there, and again, some very good prices on some of those. And there were some rarer, older ones as well, some limited edition minifigures from Toys R Us. Nice to see those sets in boxes. And we had a Lego Movie 2. I know those two little figures go well. The Toys R Us sign, this guy had this Toys R Us sign at his old shop, and he's kept it. He managed to get this from when a Toys R Us was going out of business. And back in the packs as well, I found this Trevi fountain, which I thought was a very good price for an older set. Obviously it's been used and built, but he orders them really well at the back. He puts them all into individual bags. They're all sealed, all of those bags inside as well, so they're really nicely presented. And this is something that really caught my eye. This is a set I had back in the day, the old fire station. And yeah, the parts were a little bit faded. It did say that on the front. It's a very old set. It's 40 years old, but I think that's something I'm going to get because it's something that just reminds me of my childhood. And yeah, I think I don't own this set anymore, so it's nice to get that. Some older electric 9-volt train tracks as well. So again, they've been used, but if you've got a 9-volt train system and need some extra track, they had some. Back to the gaming section then, so they had some Game Boy stuff again. They actually had some Game Boy machines, some I think they're Nintendo 64 cartridges, plenty of games to choose from as we go down. There's loads of Game Boy games there, and then there's some GameCube as well. So yeah, if you're into your retro gaming devices, there's plenty of stuff to choose from. Loads of old, they're all Game Boy cartridges there. I recognise Tetris, DuckTales. So yeah, plenty of different things to choose from. And at the bottom there we had some Sega Saturn stuff. Goodness me, that's going back a while as well. Fantastic selection of just so many things in here. So not just Lego, plenty of others. So this is me buying my stuff. So I've got some minifigures, the blue and the red, brick guy, the policeman, and very nice. He put it all in a Lego bag for me as well. Brilliant stuff. Right, I'm all done. I've got my bag of Lego, which is fantastic. So yeah, really nice display of stuff in there. Obviously there's a decent amount of Lego. I like the way that all the used sets have been sort of checked and verified and put in really nice bags, and it's a really good way actually of getting some older sets if you missed out on things that aren't too expensive. And also he does wash the pieces as well, apparently, he told me. So yeah, if you are looking for sort of a set that's maybe not sealed and maybe don't pay too much for it, the prices in there were very good. And just the range of stuff that he's got that's outside of Lego. I mean, if you're into anything sort of retro, from the old games, Game Boy to Nintendo stuff, to anything from Star Wars to Star Trek to Ninja Turtles to Transformers, just so much stuff in there. So I'm really pleased, I have to say, to get that old fire station for me. There weren't too many really old sets in there, but that was one of them, so I'm really pleased to have seen that, and I'll enjoy building that because I used to have that as a kid, and it was one of my favourite sets as a kid from the early 80s, so I'm going to take real pleasure in building that set. Anyway, that's pretty much it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll definitely be going back to that store again. I said it's in my local town, so it's not very far for me to go, and just such a great range of stuff. It's brilliant. So thank you very much to SpaceBridge. Do check it out if you're ever in the area, in the New Forest, near Bournemouth or Southampton. If you're on your holidays or just travelling through this area, do come and check it out because it's definitely worth it. There's loads of stuff in there, and it's quite a nice big shop as well. I say he did have a shop here previously, a bit smaller, and he's got loads of stock as well. He was telling me that the stock that's on display in there is probably only about 5 or 10% of everything that he's got, so the stock changing and moving all the time. And the shop was very busy as well. I know it's a Saturday morning, but just people like me, sort of collectors, older people looking for stuff, being amazed at the stuff in there, to young kids looking for little toys and things like that. So it's a really great place to come, and best of luck for the future for that. It certainly is a fantastic store. Anyway, that's pretty much it for now. I hope you enjoyed my little tour of New Milton. Not much happening today, apart from me wanting to go to the SpaceBridge store. It's definitely a place to visit. So yeah, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you very much, and until the next video, take care, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.